Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Starchy Face Masks. I'm your host, Awesome Wizard, and you know what? God damn. Oh, man. Listen, unpopular opinion. If you drive in a car with your face mask on, you deserve to be chemically castrated. Change my mind. Now, somewhat recently, I've been lacking on my YouTube game, so I thought that I'd come out with a series that's pretty easy to produce. I can give it to somebody else, just kind of like in their little Indian sweatshop over there on Fiverr, and I can pay them $5 a pop to make this YouTube video for me. So it's a brand new series. We're going to see how it works. It's called Die, and it has nothing at all to do with Loi or Yai or any of those other things. It's purely coincidental, and the music, you may ask, also purely coincidental. But basically, it's me talking to the camera. Fuck, I dropped my phone. No, rabbit, don't eat my phone. Oh, you fucking. But basically, it's me talking to the camera about things that really annoy me. Hence, Die. It's like things that grind my gears from Family Guy. Before I begin, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Twitch, all that other good stuff. Check me out on Instagram. Please, it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort to do all this, so I'd really appreciate it if you just take 30 seconds out of your day and, explore the Word of God. Subscribe to me on everything and push notifications. Thank you. Before I really dig into the cringy articles and news stories, I would just like to say that one of my inspirations has passed away the other day. Larry King has passed away at the ripe old age of 87 years old with 5 children and 7 wives, so good on you, Larry. Good on you. Larry King, of course, the famous talk show host for CNN, and of course he had his own thing, the Larry King Live and Larry King Now, and I was just looking at this, and I'm really surprised, but it actually says that he was in the Bee Movie. Of course, that was an absolute, that was a hit. That was a real knee slapper. And Shrek 2, 45 more. Oh my God. Blood King, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, Shrek Forever After. He was in 3 different Shreks and the Bee Movie. This man he's basically a living meme. Well, no longer a living meme. Yeah, I gotta say, he was not in any very big movies other than those ones. I mean, Jews in Baseball, Deli Man, Maryland's Man, Iron Man 2. Yeah, that's about it. So, we'll just remember him for being a talk show host. His voice and the way that he conducted himself was something that kind of inspired me as a kid. And here I am in a big-ass fucking hat, talking to my camera on a Sunday afternoon. Moving on to the very first actual story. This is man mauled by leopard at Florida backyard zoo after paying $150 for a full contact experience. It's a tale that could have been pulled straight out of The Tiger King, the hit television show on Netflix that illustrates how dangerous interactions between humans and wild animals can go. A captive black leopard mauled a man who paid for the interaction in Broward County, according to a report by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Could you imagine that you're somebody who's actually in the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission? You think that this is going to be a great job. It's kind of like the DNR, at least in my state, it's called the DNR. And you're going to be working around animals. You're going to be doing all this great things to preserve nature while actually being in nature. And you have to deal with fucking idiots like this guy. Food for thought. Food for thought. The report did not give details about where the attack took place. WPLG-CH Channel 10 reported it was in the backyard zoo behind a Davie home. The man paid $150 for a full contact experience with the black leopard to play with it, rub its belly, and take pictures, Channel 10 reported. $150? That's nothing. What can you get for $150 these days? There's not a lot of things you can get for $150. I mean, they're pretty small ticket items. Playing with the black leopard, though, I mean, that should have at least doubled or tripled the amount. The attack caught the attention of the Animal Rights Foundation of Florida. The unsafe environment endangered both humans and animals. Holy shit. Campaigns coordinator Nick Atwood said, "It is far too common for small zoos and quasi-sanctuaries in Florida to sell photo ops, play sessions, or other interactions with exotic animals," Atwood said. "Both people and animals are put in harm's way when the public comes into direct contact with captive wild animals." Yeah, you wouldn't fucking say. The Panther Ridge Conservation Center in Lokachi and McCarthy's Wildlife Sanctuary in West Palm Beach both house black leopards, Atwood said. Just in the past decade, there have been multiple incidents at both facilities in which big cats and other wild animals have harmed humans. And this is a well-known conservatory and still harming humans. So just keep that in mind, people. They're pretty big cats. In 2010, a jaguar bit off part of a woman's thumb at the Panther Ridge Conservation Center, the 10-acre wildlife center, home to nearly 24 cheetahs, pumas, jaguars, and other cats, had to pay a penalty of $2,786 over alleged violations of the law on the handling of animals in a public exhibit. The owner at McCarthy's Wildlife Sanctuary was cited in 2008 for keeping animals in an... Okay, well, that was kind of a long time ago, but regardless, was cited in 2008 for keeping animals in an unsafe manner, resulting in a threat to the public after a Bengal tiger, holy shit, and a lion escaped their enclosure. Holy fuck. Could you imagine living around there and you just see a Bengal tiger or a lion just wandering around totally normally? God damn it. Oh, there's more. A woman also got bit by a cobra there in 2014. Oh my god, there's a hyperlink for it. I think that's for another day. But keep in mind, there's a hyperlink for it. Perhaps the most memorable case was at the Palm Beach Zoo in 2016. 2016, that was fairly recently, when a tiger killed a zookeeper. I deny hear about this. Officials at the Palm Beach Zoo said they were increased employee training, added security cameras, and installed new locks to improve safety at the tiger exhibit. That is absolutely fucking horrifying. Now, because this is a brand new series, dare I say it's the pilot series, I don't want to drag this episode on too long. I want to see, how it works, what the reactions are like and whatnot. So we're just going to be doing these two stories, and of course, Larry King. So, NPR, a place that the mouth breathers of this world congregate and breed. And NPR, paid for by you and I. Transparent public toilets unveiled in Tokyo parks, but they also offer privacy. Let me tell you something. I've read about this. I already know what it is. I've seen videos of it. But someday, something is going to break on these. Something is going to happen. And somebody's going to be sitting there doing their thing, all right? And it's going to make news. It's going to be a thing. So let's read about it for those of you who have not heard about it. The idea of using a public bathroom with see-through walls may sound like the stuff of nightmares, but a famous Japanese architect is hoping to change the view, no pun intended, using vibrant colors and new technology to make restrooms in Tokyo parks more inviting. There are two things we worry about when entering a public restroom, especially those located at a park, according to architect, this guy's name, Band's firm. The first is cleanliness, and the second one is whether anyone is inside. Transparent walls can address both of these worries. Oh, what the fuck could go wrong? So let me summarize this story for you. So the group is behind the Tokyo Toilets project, enlisting world-famous architects who create toilets like you've never seen. So basically, they're creating a whole bunch of different toilets. They're putting them in public parks, and it looks cool, don't get me wrong. But basically, you walk in there, and, well, first you're on the outside, and it's completely transparent, so you can see how clean it is or not clean it is. And then once you open the door and you close the door, and I think you have to lock it first, I'm not sure, but you close the door, and the entire, as you can see here, the entire stall turns this kind of pastel color, so you can't see. But I don't know if you guys can see this or not all the way. Let me zoom in. You see that right there? That's a toilet. So you can see a little bit. It's not like you can't completely see anything. There's definitely a toilet there. So, maybe you could see a human squatting right there, which isn't totally, it's not a terrible thing to see, but I mean, it's also a little bit weird. This right here is probably my two favorite paragraphs from this entire article, all right? The project's eye-catching toilets are part of a plan to put people at ease when visiting a public bathroom, a prospect that can trigger a number of responses, from relief to trepidation. Here's my second favorite one right here. The project may seem frivolous, but the 16 architects who are reimagining public toilets are some of the brightest names in Japanese architecture. The list includes 4 Pritzker Prize winners, all of those people, along with international stars such as Kengo Kuma and that guy. The fashion designer Nigo is also contributing. So let me break this down for you for a moment, in case you're not on the same frequency that I am. But it says the project may seem frivolous, but the 16 architects. Normally, when you're trying to prove a statement, the first word or the first sentence that you use is supposed to convey the idea, right? So here's the idea. The project may seem frivolous. And then the second sentence or paragraph is supposed to support that idea. This is done completely the fucking opposite, all right? Because in my mind, if I'm living in Tokyo and I see 16 people, 16 world-renowned architects, mind you, and a fucking fashion designer, all right, who've won many prizes. I'm not saying that these are these are very, very bright people, right? But when I see this, I'm thinking, man, this is really frivolous. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous that my tax dollars would be going to this. And there's 16 of them. That really just confirms what I believe in. I still can't believe that they said the project may seem frivolous, but the 16 architects who are reimagining public toilets. This is like one of those things that's like, it's nice to have, but do you really fucking need it? Like, is it really that necessary that you're going to spend all this money on these 16 people to redesign your toilets? I mean, just food for thought right there. Oh, but wait. The Nippon Foundation, which is the foundation that's redesigning all these bathrooms, all right, is redesigning 17 public toilets in Shibuya, one of Tokyo's busiest shopping and entertainment districts. Don't you dare write in the comments that I pronounced that wrong, because I know that I pronounced that wrong. The foundation is working with the local government to deploy 2 of Japan's national strengths, devotion to cleanliness and wasting people's fucking money, and design, to address a public necessity. Apparently this is now deemed a public necessity. This sounds like something that would be pushed out in Portland or DC or some other super ultra liberal place like that. I really thought that Japan was a very conservative nation for the most part. So seeing this it really surprises me. I mean, again, it looks cool. I'd be interested to see it, but I promise you at some point, something is going to happen. Is it going to make the news? I hope it does. I hope it makes the news. I hope it's not terrible, but I'm telling you, something is bound to happen, all right? And when it does, mark my words, when it does, just thank me for predicting it, all right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, this is just the first one. Hopefully I will do many more, if of course the analytics for this do well. We'll see. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a good one.